Police got a chokehold they use out here, though, man. They choke niggas to death. That mean you be dead when they through. Right? Did you know that? Wait, the niggas going, yeah, we know the wife. No, I had no idea. Yeah, two grab your legs, one grab your head, it'll snap. Oh, shit, he broke. Can you break a nigger? Is it okay? Let's check the menu. Yep, page 8, you can break a nigger right there. See? Let's drag him downtown. Okay.
Cop I am cop I am. I do not like black man or woman. I would not like them on a boat. I would not like them on a goat. I would not like them eating cookies. I would not like them wearing hoodies. I would not like them anywhere, to be honest. Except maybe my fantasy basketball team.
We sit and talk about the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, and all them thugs owned people. So what could come out of that?
Good old-fashioned American racism.
I love the Constitution. I love the idea of these like divine document that's setting forth like this is how we're supposed to treat people. The problem is that it's not applied equally. That is the problem.
Fuck the police, and I get it. I had an uncle who was killed by a police officer. That's an uncle I never got to meet. That's a lifetime of birthday, Christmas, and graduation presents I never received because of the cops. He could have been the rich uncle, or like the pimp uncle.
How much has changed since slavery? The system of policing is the same system. So it's the same exact system now. It's a hunt, but the only thing now is the hunt starts earlier because you have the school to prison pipeline.
I want to live in a world where an equal amount of white kids are shot every month. An equal world. I want to see white mothers on TV crying, standing next to Al Sharpton, talking about we need justice for Chad. We need justice for Chad. He was just coming home from racquetball practice.
First off, you're talking to a dude that goes through more racism than a regular black male. Some of it is from shit that I choose, like my hair, and the rest of it I don't choose. It's gotten to the point where I have to find a way to laugh at some of this shit so I don't kill people.
I gotta tell you this racist shit that Karen said at work. You don't know what it's like to be a black man in America. You're like, hey man, we wasn't talking about that. You know what it's like to be a black man in America? I get shot by the police. You're like, I can't say nothing after shot by the police. But then Sandra Bland happened. And that's when I found out that black women also get killed by the police. And we've been getting killed by the police the entire time. And nobody's been talking about it. Nobody ain't said a word. So the next time he comes at me with, you know what it's like to be a black man, I get shot by the police. Yeah, nigga, I get shot by the police too. Now sit your ass down, we talking about Karen.
I have a family full of cops, father, brother, cousin, two cousins, and my uncle, all of them cops. And my own father, black man who grew up in the Bronx, who enlisted in the NYPD because he didn't have no money, told me, Jared, whenever a cop tells you, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, you do exactly as he says because the most important thing is your life.
One day we were driving on the highway, and the police car pulled up behind us. And I got tense, I just got really tense. And he's like, dude, what's going on? I said, the police are behind us. And he was like, yeah, and? Did you do anything wrong? I said, that's not the point. Because it really isn't. For white people, that is the point. The police will send you to jail if you do something wrong. As a black person, you have a different relationship. The police may send you to jail just because.
I'm the only boy that came out of my mama's womb that didn't do heavy prison time. I grew up in a prison family. I know a lot about it. Do I want to go to prison?
No. Are you afraid of going to prison? Is it something that's like in the back of your mind?
Yeah. It's in the back of my mind. Am I afraid? Not necessarily, but it'll always be in the back of my mind.
Ray, Earl, Craig, Shorty, Tim, Lil Reg, all them motherfuckers in jail. Shonda's little brother, all them in jail, chilling. Well, black people kill me though in jail, right? The ones that are locked up. Sending pictures home like jail is a nice motherfucking place to be. Always posing too, talking about.
Any black man, you're just expected to have this fear of the police because we're seeing these images in front of us every day about what happens to black people with even even when they're regarded as not following the law with the slightest offense.
My brother's in prison. He just got a cell phone, which was good at first, but now he calls home too much, you know what I mean? It's to the point where we started ignoring his calls, and now he's getting hostile and angry about it. He tried to check me the other day. He was like, "Hey, bro, I called you." I was like, "Yeah, man, my bad. I was busy." He was like, "Doing what?" I was like, "Nigga, enjoying my freedom. Like, what do you mean?"
Am I afraid to go to jail? Yes, from what you see. I'm not trying to have unconsensual sex with the biggest dude in the yard, that's for sure. Like, I'm small. I know where I'm fitting in that equation. I am more afraid of going to jail and not losing my physical life, but my sense of hope and passion. Because it's so easy. You go to jail, they strip you of everything.
But people hear Black Lives Matter, and they have to go through their unconscious bias and recognize that they might have thoughts that have been conditioned to think that that might not be the truth.
That's a controversial statement. Black lives matter. Not matters more than you, just matters. Matters. Just matters. That's where we're starting the negotiations. Matters.
And I think it's definitely a middle American issue because, the average American isn't extremely well off.
There may be a fear that singling out Black people means that their own struggle and pain and challenge is not being acknowledged.
We hear it coming from a lot of conservative people, all lives matter.
Yes, of course, all lives matter. We're not saying they don't.
And then we start to see bold detours of it, like blue lives matter, just downplaying the problems that Black Lives Matter really seeks to point out.
Plan A is telling America, hey, there's some messed up stuff going on, and we hope they hear it. Plan B is showing footage of the messed up stuff we have been talking about, and we hope that's digested. But if Plan A don't work, and Plan B don't work, we're gonna have to burn something.
They're messing up Barclays Center. They threw a chair through the glass of the Starbucks. Now, a white person, they can't go out and get their matcha tea. They can't go out and get their cranberry, raisin, walnut, what 7 nuts and spice, whatever it is. They can't go get that because, Black Lives Matter? Man, let me sit down and see what Martin Luther King was talking about.
I tried to tiptoe away from a black protest. I got 2 steps away from the group. They said, "Where you going, brother? The struggle is this way." My bad, fam. That's on me.
My only thing with Black Lives Matter is I want us to embrace all the facts and statements that are before us, not jump for the first thing. Because it seems like we try to attach ourselves to a narrative that we don't have all the parts to. We can assume.
It can lightweight turn you crazy, though, because it puts you in a situation where you're finding yourself and where you stand with how society looks at you.
But you know what they say, black don't crack, only psychologically. Like a couple years ago, I was having some suicidal thoughts and depression. So I checked myself into a psych unit. I got out of the psych unit and a friend of mine was like, "Are you okay, man? Is everything all right?" But I had so many cool words available to me. I was like, "Yeah, I was just tripping." But I wasn't just tripping. I had a severe mental breakdown. If anything, I might have been bugging, but I wasn't tripping. I went to see my therapist. He's like, "How's your week?" I was like, "I was on one." He looked at my prescription like, "You're supposed to be on 2.
So even when Black men do live they're holding on to those traumas. It thwarts the way they look at things. It changes his perspective. And most of the time, there's not a world that wants to believe that what they're going through, and us Black women as well, what we're going through is accurate.
If like you are not the dominant color in a space, then you really get to see what's up. And then you really get to also see what's up with you. Like what shit comes up for you. Because shit comes up for me when I'm the only Black woman in a room.
And there's so much oppression to deal with being Black and being a woman, that what I have to do is I have to break my oppression down, you know, to make it manageable. So I'm Black Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm a woman Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm fat on Sunday, even God rested.
The feeling of not being able to express myself to the degree that I would like to, and having to edit and formulate my words in such a way that I can talk to people like this, even though I might be fuming inside because I have to not be the angry Black woman all the time.
Black people have always been portrayed as sinister, menacing, a threat. Why can't we be the good guy? How about a good slogan for Black people? Hey, let's get Black to business.
Be mindful of the images that you accept as a reflection of yourself, because 9 times out of 10, they're not accurate.
Because they like to put this whole rioting narrative on the Black community. Like that's our thing. And like rioting is not a Black thing. Resilience is a Black thing. Overcoming the odds is a Black thing. Frying chicken, barbecuing, do-rags, that's Black shit.
I've never seen nothing like this in my goddamn life. In my damn life, the era of the white rioters. What type of shit is this?
On January 6th, well, American citizens stormed the Capitol. Watch that crowd that told Colin Kaepernick he can't kneel during a football game try to beat a police officer to death with an American flag. Look at that shit.
That was one of my favorite days. Man, I got horny when I saw that video. I got horny watching America like that.
They called it the insurrection. I'd never heard anything called an insurrection in my life until white people did it.
It looked like if an 8th grade field trip caught loose for like 20 minutes in a government building.
You tell me we get to kill a bunch of Black men over and over and over and over and over again. But we have an election. And we don't like how it goes. And we get to do whatever we want because we white? That's what we get to do?
Take this nigga lesson. Who is the terrorist now that they're looking for? It's you, not me. They felt what Black people have been feeling for 400 years. For 30 minutes, stormed the Capitol and rubbed their shit on the walls. There was a simple question, do you have a country or not? And you said no.
By 2050, we're supposed to see the majority of people of color are going to become the majority in the United States of America. And again, that's scary for a lot of people because the initial conception of this country was such that all white people are created equally. That's the footnote. It's interesting because we're going to see America just keep on learning these quote unquote nigga lessons.
When I came out to my family as a comic, because I did have to come out.
My grandfather made sure to keep me at the table, and he said, look, kid, are you really going to do this? And I said, yeah. And he said, look, the great comedians do 2 things. They make people think, and they make people laugh. And it's your job to make them laugh at what they're thinking about.
I've heard people say, like, why do Black comics always talk about race? And it's like, because comedy is about pain. That's what comedy is about.
I've dealt with this at a much younger age than a lot of people. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, if I can find some humor out of it, I will.
Humor is built for this. Comedy is built for this. Because we're telling you the story that you either don't want to hear or have never heard before.
As a comedian, it's our job to bring light to these issues, right? Like we can make people laugh and think, okay, that's funny. But at the end of the day, the goal isn't for them to just laugh, but also for them to use comedy on the other side of the table and say, like, that's funny. That's really interesting.
What's the best part of being Black?
The best part of being Black is knowing the secret.
You need me. I'm black. I make shit cool.
Black Americans are so cool and confident, they'll make you feel good about yourself just by asking if you are you. It's magic. They just walk up to you and be like, hey, yo, this you? This you? No, for real, man, this you? And you'll be like, yeah, I think it is, yeah.
I love being black. I'm blackity black. Ain't nothing else to fall back on.
What a gift that God made me a black man at this specific period in history.
And we're here, and like we're like beautiful and bringing like the fun and the humor and the love.
Here we are, kicking, still here. So like, look at us.
Dysfunctional.